What up, YouTube?
Did you steal my thunder?
Again.
You know I can edit that out.
But you won't.
My train of thought is dismissed right now.
You want to say back at it again.
You already did. We are looking at Band-Maid. So this was a request that came in via Bob. I'm sorry that it took a minute for us to get to this. Honestly, getting each other on the same page lately has been a struggle. I feel like...
Not on the same page, just on the same day.
Yeah, I feel like it's D-Day. I feel like it's World War II trying to fucking fight these time battles with this woman.
It's true.
Anyways, no,
I'm a busy girl.
Honestly, we spent this morning like being responsible and planning our trip. So we got London and Scotland knocked out day 1 through 4 for our trip. So
yay.
Regardless of that, we're not going to Japan. Not on this trip. So we are checking out Band-Maid. Speaking of Band-Maid, I needed a Band-Aid last night. I dropped a plate of spaghetti on my feet, and it cut my foot open. That's actually very normal for me. But
dropping plates of spaghetti.
Yeah. 100%. Do me a favor, go support Band-Maid. We're looking at a documentary with Saiki. I don't know. I think this is part of a series. So this is the lead singer of Band-Maid. If you guys don't know, now you do. Band-Maid's badass. It's you got Saiki, Miku, Misa, Akane, and Kanami.
Yep, I could totally name all of those too.
I bet you could.
Yeah.
They're Japanese, fantastic. If you haven't seen them, dude, they slay. So make sure you go support Band-Maid first and foremost. Otherwise, let's dive in. I don't know if I even want to go headphones right now because it's warm.
Yeah, just play it.
I might just run it.
I feel like we'll be good.
Yeah, so you might get mad at me for not wearing headphones. A lot of you do sometimes, but I have a full-ass surround system that is pretty legit. So we'll be all right. Trust me. Let's go.
Saiki.
Welcome to Kofu, the capital city of Yamanashi Prefecture, where Saiki was born on February 8th. Known for its proximity to Mount Fuji and its grapes and wines, Yamanashi is mostly covered by forests. This is the beautiful landscape where Saiki spent her childhood with her mother.
I've been there.
And stepfather, as her parents are divorced. Her mother was born and raised in Osaka, and Saiki describes her as a person who doesn't hold anything back and could be very aggressive. Her stepfather wasn't really a father figure in Saiki's education,
dude, these stock
as her
photos.
mother took responsibility for the...
Yeah, stock photos are funny.
The stock photos.
That's not her.
That's
Spoiler.
Not her.
Spoiler alert. That's not her.
It's kind of cute though.
this role as well. Saiki was a very shy child
100%.
who couldn't leave her mother's knees, but forced herself to go to school anyway. As her mother loved to drink with her friends, Saiki spent a lot of time in bars called izakaya,
Oh my god.
a snack bar in Japan where you can drink a lot and talk loud. Try to picture a shy young girl eating dinner in the middle of a group of her mother's friends while they drank alcohol.
Stop.
Saiki had a very funny and lively childhood. She spent a lot of time singing at the karaoke, as her mother kept asking her to sing various types of songs. Songs to cry to, like Nada So So by Rimi Natsukawa. Or more poppy songs like Butterfly by Koura Kumi.
It's really funny because I could tell you the year of that.
I was just saying, like, you probably, like, dude, eye makeup on point. Yo, look at girl.
It's true. This is like square. I would bet anything this is like 2008.
What do the kids say? On fleek? Eye makeup on fleek? What's this called?
No one says that.
What
Babe.
was this song called? Butterfly? By
I don't know by who.
No, they just said it.
Not Crazy Town.
Not Marina either.
Rewind it a little bit and see if they say it.
Koudakumi.
Koudakumi? Butterfly by Koudakumi? Koudakumi? Oh.
05.
05. I was a little late, but yeah. I'm like, look at the makeup. This looks exactly like mid 2000s.
Yeah, you're allowed to be late there.
Look at the earrings. Oh my god. Brings me back to college. I should have known it was a little earlier than 08. Yeah. Oh my god.
At first, Saiki sang because she was asked to. But after being praised by her mother and her friends, Saiki kept singing again and again, learning more songs and
like that they
listening
spell
to different
Saiki,
types of music.
P-S-Y-C-H-E.
Listening to code.
That's actually not how they spell it. Oh, you mean
no, the voiceover is Saiki.
Right. Yeah, because that's not how you
so funny. No.
Akumi led Saiki to discover Nami Amuro, a famous Japanese singer, dancer, and model who's been referred to as the queen of Japanese pop. Saiki became a huge fan of Nami Amuro and decided to take dancing lessons when she was around 8 or 9 to become just like her idol. She talked about the kind of Nami fan she was in the second episode of the radio show called Band-Maid Nippon, a 20-minute regular radio show that aired during the pandemic on Nippon Broadcasting.
Nippon's a place?
Yes. Japan.
I've been there.
A sister company of BandMaid's label Pony Canyon.
私の人生を変えた一曲は安室奈美恵さんのファンキータウンです。
ああ、もうね、サイちゃんといえばっていうぐらいこう
そうだね。
ね、
安室奈美恵さん
大好きだったね。
大好き。
もう
私の神様だと思っています。
すごかったんだから安室さんが引退を発表した時
恥ずかしい。
もう忘れられないあれはバンドメイドのツアー直前のゲネ最終の投資リハーサルみたいなのをやってる時に、お昼のニュースかなんかで確か流れたんですよね。で練習というかリハーサル中のちょっとした休憩の合間時間に、そのニュースを見たサイちゃんは椅子普通に座ってたのに崩れ落ちたからね。
座ってたのにね。
座ってたのに立ってたわけじゃないのに崩れ落ちて叫んだから。
叫んだ。
みんなでどうしたのって
めっちゃ嘘だーって
そうちょっともう半泣きなんですかね。で
泣いて
た。でごめんなさい、もう今日はできませんって
やったよ。やったけどね。
やったけど一旦もうちょっと私今日はもうできないですって
10分は休ませてもらった。
そうだね、ちょっと一旦それでがっつり休憩にしましょうって
ちょっと気持ちの整理させてください。
もう本当に崩れ落ちてたとね。
そうぐらい好きなんです。安室奈美恵さんの
ことが。Like when it says Saiki laughs.
Saiki's mother often asked her to audition, but at that time, Saiki thought it would be impossible for her to.
Off topic, I feel like dude has a documentary voice where he can do this and then like true crime shit, like looking for somebody who slayed his entire family and then burned them in a house with their pets.
Pass an audition and actually become someone who can sing and dance like her idol Nami Amuro. And then one special day, on her birthday, Saiki asked to go to Tokyo to take a look at life in the big city.
Tokyo.
One trip to Tokyo.
It was during this trip to Tokyo that Saiki was scouted by a talent agency named Rising Production. But it was not just any talent agency. Rising Production also managed Nami
Let me guess.
Amuro.
Her idol. Oh my god.
At first, Saiki worked as a model. You can see pictures from a photo shoot she did with Jimmy Ming Shum in November 2012. Then, she was asked about what she would like to do. Of course, Saiki brought up singing. So, she took singing lessons. The agency also asked her about acting lessons, and even though she wasn't really interested in acting, she agreed in order to have more opportunity in the future. When she was in high school,
Also, acting
Saiki
lessons
traveled
just get
between
you like accustomed to being on stage in front of people. Like acting lessons are great for literally everyone, and I don't just say that because I've been taking them for years now.
I was gonna say,
like,
let me guess, you take acting lessons.
But yeah, but like it has like changed the way I see myself, the way I see other people, the appreciation I have for things, and it's also like I can get up on stage and perform in front of anybody at any time. Any moment, I'm ready to go because I've gotten so comfortable with it. I don't have butterflies anymore. Like you get a little nervous here and there, but like you're not like freaking out anymore. Like it's just second nature. You just get up and do it. You can just do it. I think acting lessons are great for literally everyone. Public speaking, even one-to-one speaking, having like formulating your thoughts in your mind a little bit more quickly and knowing what you're going to say, getting to the words. I don't know. I'm a big advocate of acting classes for everyone. Just makes you more comfortable.
Okay. Let's test that.
Okay.
Working the register at a candy shop when a kid comes up to you. Go.
Hi. What's your name?
Johnny.
Oh, Johnny, did you want to buy these nerds?
I have licorice and jelly beans. I like jelly
licorice
beans.
and jelly beans. That's so nice. Where's your mommy? Where's mom?
You are now.
Oh, I'm your mommy now?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
She said no strangers, but you don't look super strange.
Oh, I'm not super strange.
Just a little strange.
Just a little.
So I have
Just a little.
You talk to a child like that?
I would now. We're improving. Anything goes.
in Yamanashi and Tokyo on
See
the
how I did
weekend
that?
for her singing
Improv.
lessons. She was on the right path to become a professional singer and dancer. Through those singing lessons, Saiki learned a lot about how to sing properly, louder, and also how to move while singing. When you sing, it's important to express yourself with gestures, but Saiki was still very shy. She used to sing while standing still.
See, acting
but the
lessons
years of
help with
dancing
that.
lessons did give Saiki a good sense of rhythm. And those singing lessons helped her to overcome her shyness. Saiki started to show signs of the strong, confident, and mesmerizing singer that we know of today.
You only get two. This is live. I said this is live. Yeah.
A lot happened in Saiki's life since her trip to Tokyo. After joining Rising Production, Saiki was scouted by Platinum Passport during one of her singing lessons. This is when she decided to move to Tokyo to focus on her career. Saiki appeared briefly in a commercial for Taisho Pharmaceutical. You can also see her dancing in a music video for the singer May J. Saiki was an actress in the B team of Go Jet Go Go Zero, a musical comedy where she played the role of Meg, the sister of the lead character. She was in the cast between June 26th and July 3rd, 2013. That's not all. Between August 13th and 19th, Saiki performed in a play called Night of the Blue Moon, where she had the role of a nurse. Saiki has always been a fan of trains, which is pretty common in Japan.
Get it out. Let it go. You like trains too, right?
She likes to take photos and visit museums like the Kyoto Railway Museum, where she went in 2016.
Hey, you know what? Trains are nice. I like trains.
Depends who's attending.
Museums like the Kyoto Railway Museum, where she went in 2016. Saiki considers herself amongst the photographers when it comes to talk about train enthusiasts. There is also something else that's very present in Saiki's daily life. And it's the only other topic you can see on her X account. The Japanese baseball team, Hanshin Tigers. Saiki is a huge fan of this team, and she's supported them for a long time. She reposts every victory, and sometimes she just posts about them.
That's kind of cute.
She even talked about the Hanshin Tigers on the radio with a show she hosted with Miku in 2021.
2025年にですね、阪神タイガースの2軍の本拠地が現在の鳴尾浜球
Can you name them from left to right? Can you name any of them?
Misu?
Misa on the left, yeah,
Misa.
okay. Starting from the left, that's good. That's a bass player, Misa.
Saiki is the blue flower.
You got Saiki. That's the second from the right, yeah.
I got 2/5. That's
Okay.
40%.
Next here, that's Akane, the drummer.
Akane.
Miku.
Miku.
She's just kind of the everything badass that runs
Miku.
shit. And that's Konami.
Bass player.
Not a bass player.
Oh.
That's gonna be your lead guitar. Bass player's on the left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're both nasty though. Konami, she anytime you hear like crazy just guitar flying off solos, that's that girl.
Konami.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
wildly talented. They all are, but like, yeah, I'll show you some stuff of her just going absolutely crazy.
No, I've seen
場
them.
から小田南公園へと移転されます。知ってました？
知らなかったです。
メイン球場は3階建てで、すごい。客席は約3600席。内野は黒土、外野は天然芝です。頑張れ阪神タイガースという私の気持ちです。
なるほど、お気持ちありがとうございます。
What does po mean? Because they say po a lot, and I'm wondering if that means o, or like it's like a filler word in Japanese. You know, we say like and I'm wondering if it's like because they say po a lot.
I think it's just talking to somebody. But the guy that requested that uses it all the time.
What does mean?
That's pretty stupid. Thanks, Google.
Thanks, Google. Onomatopoeia, often representing the sound of a pigeon or dove cooing, the sound of something soft and fluffy.
Right. So pigeon is kind of what that's associated with the band. So that's why po.
Okay.
Pigeon. Which is why they're called that. So.
If you really follow Saiki on Instagram, you know that she loves taking photos, where she poses with various types of clothes, along with photos of her shoes and nails.
Where she poses with
Talking
various
about
types
shoes,
of clothes.
You can find videos of Saiki showing a room full of sneakers in a series called...
Those are Air Max 95s. Not my favorite ones, but...
Maid's Room, available for Omesu-sama members. Saiki is also one of the main models when it comes to feature Band-Maid clothes for the official website. On July 24th, 2013, a rock band called Band-Maid performed for the first time at Otsuka Deepa in Tokyo. This band consisted of 4 members: Konami on guitar, Akane on drums, Misa on bass, and Kabato Miku, the founder of the band, on vocals. Band-Maid performed 2 more times at Shibuya Milky Way on August 13th and at the Vunos in August 16th, before realizing that Miku's voice alone wouldn't be enough for her band. The management started to look for a lead vocalist within the agency. The profile of a young new talent who'd moved from Yamanashi came up. She had taken dancing lessons for a few years along with singing lessons from her previous and current agency.
That's Saiki.
She'd also done some acting here and there, but she always wanted to become a professional singer. Her name was Saiki.
Oh my god!
Saiki was first contacted because her profile fit what the band was looking for. She was asked to come sing and listen to the songs planned for the band without being informed that she would have to perform in a special outfit. On Saiki's first audition, none of the members were there, only the agency president, songwriters, and manager. They explained the project in detail, but Saiki was really skeptical about the maid out there.
楽屋に吊るされてた。俺もみたいな。
She listened to the music written for the band, and even though she really liked it, Saiki was not really sure if she could sing these kinds of songs. But the management team told Saiki her voice was great and was a perfect fit in the band. As she wanted to sing more and was ready to participate in any audition that could offer her a job in this area, Saiki accepted the offer and officially joined BandMaid.
BandMaid!
Yo, when they do this back and forth shit, which they do in a lot of songs, it's badass.
Saiki still had to meet the other 4 members, but she didn't meet them all at once.
4人同時じゃなくて徐々に会っていく感じだったんですけど、最初は茜だったかな。彼女についてはとにかく明るい人という印象で、すごく明るくて素敵と思いましたね。なんで最初に茜と会ったかというと、私の最初の衣装を作ることになった時、当時はみんなと似たようなメイド服の衣装だったんですけど、彼女の衣装を元に作るのがバランス的にいいだろうということになったみたいで、お互い身長も一緒だし、体重も近かったので、一回これを着てみてみたいな感じで、まず茜の衣装を着てみたんです。それで、ここをちょっと直せばいけるねみたいな感じになってすぐにできたんですよ。ただ、私その時点ではまだそれがメイド服だって分かってなかったんです。というか、エプロンとか小物がないとただの黒いワンピースに見えるわけですよ。しかも袖がない。いわゆる可愛い感じの衣装じゃなかったんですね。ただ、なんかフレアの幅が広いよなぐらいには思ってましたけど。そして後日衣装ができたら、付属品みたいなのがいろいろついてきて、それをつけてみたら、メイド服やんと気づいて、そこで改めて小鳩とか金見の衣装を見て、バンドメイドのメイドってそれなのねってようやく理解したんです。それはどうあれ、とにかく茜の第一印象はいろいろ親切にしてくれる明るいお姉さんでした。次に会ったのがミサで、彼女とはなんとなく気が合うんだろうなみたいな感じがして、好きそうなものが似てそうだよなと思いました。初めて会ったのは5人での初お給仕の前日、スタジオでのリハーサルの時でした。そこでみんなと、はじめましてよろしくお願いしますみたいな。その時の休憩時間にミサと話したのかな。彼女は人見知りなんだろうなってすぐ分かりました。自分と似た匂いを感じたからなんですけど。だからなかなか会話が始まらないんです。茜の場合はすごく気を使ってくれるというか、人見知りを察知するのが早いんです。だからすぐに話を振ってくれるんですよ。放っておくと私は喋らないから、最近はどう思うみたいに、本当に優しい人だなと思いましたね。そしてミサに対しては、この人もめちゃくちゃ人見知りだ。気持ちはわかるぞーと。初対面の時はちょっとした挨拶程度だったんですよ。お疲れ様ですみたいな。話をしたのはレコーディングの時だったんですけど、私にとってはスタジオ見学のようなものだったので、レコーディングってそうやるんですねとか話していた気がします。第一印象としては目の大きな人だなってしばらくするととても真面目できちんとした人なんだなと気づかされました。何かの時にさようでございますかって言葉が聞こえてきて、そんな言葉遣いする人これまで私の周りにはいなかったぞと、めちゃくちゃ丁寧な感じで働き慣れてる人みたいなイメージがありました。 社会人っぽいというか、真面目な学校に通ってたのかしらという印象でしたね。初めて会ったのはそのリハーサルスタジオの時なんですよね、きっと。私が正確に覚え
So we're like in full on interview mode.
Yeah.
Oh, this goes on for a minute too. Yeah, okay.
てない。
That's like, is that like a voiceover for like an interview? Like, I don't think that's her voice, right?
I don't know.
The laugh sounds like forced and it sounds narrated.
Like maybe they're reading something or like replaying. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think
Is this
that's
from
her,
like a memoir from her?
I don't think that's her voice. I think that's just like just redoing, kind of revoicing over an interview because the laugh is kind of like forced. Otherwise, maybe I don't think that's her voice though.
だけかもしれないけど実際本当に私が覚えてないだけみたいで、去年本人からその前に佐伯を見てるよって言われて怖っと思って知らないうちに影からオーディションされてたんだって。マネージャーと一緒にちらっと見に行ったことはあったんだよと。そりゃそうですよね。身なりぐらいは見ておかないと。私的にはお給仕前日のスタジオで会った時が初遭遇だったんですけど、その時はなんかちっちゃい子が来たなぁと思って、これまた私の学校にはいなかったタイプだなぁとその時点で思いましたもん。なにこの5人ってなんでここにこの5人が集まってるのって最初から疑問でした。今も疑問最初小鳩に対してはキャラ強っと思いましたね。濃ゆいなこの人、独自のキャラがもうすでにあるって。他の3人についても癖強めというか濃いめだとは思っていて、でも同時に私自身はもっとそう見られているんだろうなと思っていたので、最近になってそのことを言いました。絶対そう思ってたでしょってみんな素直に認めてましたマジで無理と思ったとか言ってましたね、小鳩は。マジでどうしようって悩んだよって
These 5 members are really unique and really different, but they all became very close friends over the years. Although, it was not that easy for Saiki. Saiki has a very shy personality, so it was hard for her to open up and talk to her new bandmates. From the beginning, Akane already knew Konami and Misa, so there was a connection between those 3. Miku, being very friendly and sociable, had no trouble fitting in with the new trio. But when Saiki joined BandMaid, the other 4 had already performed live and spent time together. So for someone as timid as Saiki, it took a while to fit in. She gave her opinion when asked, but the communication was very limited during the first months. Saiki also had a lot to learn as a lead singer, as she had no experience when it came to concert setup or even singing on stage with a band. She didn't know how to wrap her mic cable or do a mic check, and even what a joint concert was. Of course, she went to a lot of concerts, but only for that one band she wanted to see before leaving the venue. Saiki also struggled to sing with all the noise of her bandmates' instruments on stage, as she didn't wear in-ear monitors when she started to sing with BandMaid. Saiki performed her first concert with BandMaid on August 22nd at Shibuya AX in Tokyo.
I like that they give no years. There's no years anywhere.
Right after this concert, Saiki got rid of the apron that was attached to her outfit. It took about 6 months for Saiki to get used to being in a band and learn how to manage her setup for the concerts. This timing was perfect because on February 8th, 2014, on Saiki's birthday, BandMaid performed their first one-man concert.
I've heard this song.
After the success of Thrill, BandMaid played more concerts, and Saiki found herself singing more than she was prepared for. Even though she took singing lessons for a few years, Saiki's vocal technique was still very limited. And during her debut, she wasn't as cautious about how she sang. Around the time BandMaid recorded
Did her voice go
Alone,
out?
Saiki was being helped by a vocal coach to improve her singing skills, but
they have to like run breaks in their concerts, and they have instrumental songs that they do specifically because like her voice, like she needs breaks.
Yeah. It's a lot to sing that much. I do not know how a lot of performers do it.
Yeah.
hours
Long concerts. You have a 2 or 3 hour long concert every single day and you're singing that. It's like, that's crazy.
already too late. Between 2015 and 2017, her throat suffered to the point where her voice became half as powerful as it was when she joined BandMaid.
Yeah. If you
At
don't have
one
the right
point,
technique, you can
She
blow out
couldn't
your vocals.
even record an entire song the same day. She had to rest a few days between takes to ensure that she didn't lose her voice for good. Even forced to speak in whispers for a while, and used her voice only for singing. Terrified by the idea of having to rely on surgery, she tried everything to avoid it, but finally realized that she would not be able to sing anymore if she waited any longer. In the summer of 2017, she finally gathered her courage and went through with vocal cord polyp surgery. Saiki was completely without a voice for a week. And then
Adele had
she wasn't allowed
crazy
to
stuff
sing
done.
for a
She
month
doesn't quite
right
sound the
after
same as
surgery.
when she began. But
She wrote a tweet
yeah.
to reassure everyone who'd been following her. With the help of her vocal coach, who had experience with this kind of surgery, and a lot of training, Saiki is now able to sing even better than before, and has improved her technique while learning how to properly care for her voice. You can see Saiki taking care of her throat during MCs when she's drinking loquat syrup, or even after the show, where she's using a stainless steel ice bottle to keep her throat cool. Saiki's voice changed a lot over the years, always improving, becoming more powerful with a wider range.
So many activities, so much.
There are
room.
always
So
more
much
to
room.
do in a band than just play your instrument. There's writing songs, lyrics, and being involved in the whole process. Saiki wrote lyrics here and there along with Miku since the release of Brand New Made in 2016. but she's started to write more by herself, as she's the one who's credited for lyrics on Corellium. Hate. And Maji. Saiki actively participates in other activities around BandMaid, like helping design clothes and giving ideas for the covers of BandMaid CDs. At first, Miku was the spokesperson of the band, while Saiki used to stay in the background.
She still kind of is.
Miku was the one who talked the most during media appearances and put on a show during MCs. But since the pandemic, Saiki took a step forward and became, with Miku, part of the front image of BandMaid. They talked together during the BandMaid Nippon radio show and all other radio appearances. Saiki has also become more active during MCs and started to talk from her heart with the fans. After a time, Saiki came to realize that of all the maids, she had the best view of the stage, as she was free to roam as she focused on her singing.
That's funny. Oh, that's so funny.
Nothing. Keep.
No. You got something to say?
No, it's just funny. There's a lot of writing in this that is just really funny. This whole thing
Saiki
is
was
funny.
the one who started to talk to the other members about moving around the stage.
She came to realize she had the best view of the stage.
All right, let it go.
It's funny.
He was the one who started to talk to the other members about moving around the stage, interacting
Oh
more
my
with the
God,
crowd,
we can
and
move
making
around the
each concert
stage.
even more special.
Whoa!
常に驚かせたいっていうのがありますね。ハッとさせられたり、ゾクッとさせられたりっていうのは本気の生理現象だと思うし、そういうのを伴った時の方が記憶に残るんじゃないかなと思っていて、だから結局自分たちのことが相手の記憶に残っていってほしいのかな。忘れないでほしいというか、一回見たらもう忘れられないねみたいな、そういうのを目指しているところがあるのは確かですね。
Saiki changed a lot with BandMaid, compared with the shy girl she was when she visited Tokyo for the first time. Scouted on that day by the same agency who managed her idol to become a model and being able to take singing lessons. And then scouted a second time during those lessons by another agency to develop more talents. Saiki performed in a few plays to end up joining an all-female rock band, playing songs far from her repertoire in an outfit that she never really liked. She had to learn everything from scratch to move towards her goal of becoming a professional musician. This shy young girl, who never thought that she could sing and dance for a living, became a confident, talented lead singer with an insane stage presence. Saiki changed so much that even those close to her, including herself, don't even recognize her when she's on stage. Saiki seized an opportunity and took the best of it to evolve into a new version of herself. Surrounded by the best group of friends, she managed to rise to a point where she never thought she could reach. But this ascent is far from over. Saiki and her bandmates have the energy to climb over any mountain in their way, no matter how high. In the end, and against all odds, Saiki is the perfect fit for BandMaid. The last piece of this miraculous puzzle whose voice resonates across the world.
Oh, we're still going.
崩れてくパズル満たせない記憶瞳閉じてま
crazy actually when you watch like even some of the earlier stuff and like her trajectory and like how she's grown, like her vocals, like it's tangible. You could sense and feel what she's done over the years. It's insane. She's done a great job with that, especially given like what she's been through. I love their acoustic stuff when they do it, by the way.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I've seen a couple of their stuff. It's really good.
I'm so glad to see you again. この時が続くように
There you go, as the voice.
The weird giggles pretty obvious.
Yeah.
I feel my heart living with you love. You love me. 言葉にできない This time we don't surrender. 溢れ出す想いを集めて
Oh, so they have one for each.
Yeah, apparently. But we got sent this one initially. I didn't pause much on purpose. These are more like kind of learning experience type things. And Bob had sent that in to get Melissa up to speed. And actually, I learned a bunch of stuff too. I haven't seen documentaries on Saiki either. I mean, I know a little bit about her and a decent amount about the band just by doing their music. But it's always good to see like the how did you get here sort of stuff. So definitely appreciate that, Bob, and the support as always. Any comments on that?
No, it was interesting. I don't know if I would call it a documentary because that feels like a documentary is like involving the people themselves. This was more like storytelling. It was just more like a biography on her life and how she got there, which is what I'm assuming all the other ones are too. Like probably a biography on their lives and how they got there and what they did, and it was cool. I always wonder when people say they got scouted, because it's very, very, very rare to actually be 100% scouted. And I feel like she kind of wasn't scouted. She was prepared, right? Like she prepared herself very early on in life with like dancing lessons and singing lessons when she was really, really young to like get to that point. What's the saying? Like luck is opportunity meeting preparedness. So like when you're prepared, when the opportunity presents itself, like then you get to jump, like it was obvious that she wasn't just scouted out of nowhere. Like she honed her talent and did what she needed to do to get better, to like get to where she is, which is like a really important lesson for people. I think a lot of people think like you can just, if you're just hot, you're just funny, you're just gonna get it. And it's like, no, that's not what happens at all.
What I do in life.
You make your own luck in this world. Like you do this, like you're here, you grind. You do so much freaking work, like that's why you get lucky, is because like you put in the work and effort and you do it. Like, so yeah, it was cool. This was good to know. It was good to learn. It was fun and cute, and
it's always super helpful, like adding context to like what we're watching, and especially with like a language barrier, understanding, because it's such a culture shock out there, like especially how they treat like younger musicians and idols and whatnot in the growing ranks, and how they're like, I mean, somewhat groomed into certain lifestyles and in some sense.
Totally.
So
I didn't know they had been active for this long, like 12 years.
Oh yeah.
The earliest date we saw was what, 2013 or 2014 type thing. Time, yeah. So they've been around a long time, which I had no idea, which is really awesome to have like longevity like that and performing in front of massive, huge crowds. Yeah. It is funny, in America, we're in a bubble. We like really know American artists unless you're so huge. And I think we've seen with like K-pop coming out, there's been a lot more bands that hit the scene than we've ever seen before. And it's new and interesting and different for us. And J-pop, right? But aside from that, you have to be like just such a huge artist I mean, like, I think of Adele, I think of Elton John, like these British people. We don't hear anybody from France or Italy or China. Like
your mainstream is controlled by the media that we're fed. So
yeah,
radio
totally.
stations and that's usually controlled by labels. So we're fed what they mean to feed us, which is usually going to be label controlled artists that they want to put in front of us.
Totally. But
yeah.
The internet democratizes that. You know,
and then
we get access,
and then certain labels monopolize that.
But we get access now. You know,
we do. So, go support BandMaid, please. I didn't pause on purpose. These are kind of learning, type pieces. It's not like I'm not breaking apart lyrics. These are songs that I've probably done before, by the way. If you haven't checked it out, I will link.
If I've heard them, you've totally done them before, and I've heard a few of those.
Okay. I will link the playlist right here, right about now when we cut off. But thank you. Make sure you go support BandMaid, like and subscribe. And if you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, make sure you're subscribed. Appreciate it very much. It does help the channel. Melissa, thanks for hanging out. And we're gonna cut it here and go enjoy America Day.
America Day.
So y'all have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you.